Hi everyone, this is Jay Harris. This video from Tom's Trading Room is called Start to Finish with Darknet. What we're going to do is show you a start to finish process using the Darknet system, which can basically be any system that you use, whether it be money calendar, triple threat, earnings, the like. What we're going to do is show you how to A, create folders, B, save a trade in the folder, set trade alerts for that trade, and then go ahead and close it, win, lose, or draw when an alert gets hit. Now, this is not an actual trading platform. Tom'sOptionTools.com is an options analytics tool. This helps you find trade ideas. If you want to actually take it into your personal account, please check for the suitability for any trades shown through our education or through these videos with your actual broker. So what we're going to do with this is create folders, save a trade in a folder, set trade alerts for it, and then close the trade if it gets to the point where it hits either of the alerts for profit or for loss. Now I've set the tools back to May 14th. We're going to click on the Options Analysis Darknet Channels icon. You can also get there by going Home and then Darknet Signals, left clicking on that, and here's the page that you'll get to. But before we get into this, let's first and foremost create a couple of folders. So go up to the Website tab, hover over Folders, and then left click on Create Folders. Here in the new folder name, you'll type in the name that you want, Darknet. Click Save. It will save it into the list below in alphabetical order for you. I'm going to create a Darknet closed folder because when you have a bunch of trades, if some are open, some are closed, and you want to run a portfolio performance on the success of the system, you'd want to do it on the closed trades. And so if you don't have them separated, it gets kind of funky trying to determine the numbers. So here's a Darknet closed folder, click Save, and it yet again will save it into the list below in alphabetical order. There you see it right there. So we have the two folders that we want. We can now go into the tools, go into Darknet, and build a trade and see if there's one that we want to save. So hover over Home again, Darknet Signals. Here's your page. On this page, you'll want to go ahead and click Trade Type Displayed and select the menu, Line Item Choice for Call Option Trades. That way, when the stock symbols pop up, if there's an option that has a low percent to double, it will show you that. Click on Search. Here's your list. And the one we're going to use for this training is Quanta Services, ticker symbol PWR. If you click on the ticker symbol, you can see that there is a Darknet B for bullish signal, which means that this stock is retraced and possibly finding a support area over multiple different trend channels. You won't see the trend channels on the chart, but it is coded in to do so. And when it does, the B populates, and that could be the catalyst for your trade. That is the catalyst for the trade for us with the Darknet tool. So now you're going to see that Quanta Services PWR has a June 19th of 2020 $30 call option at 220. This is not a suggestion. This is not a recommendation. This is just simply an option that meets the data, the calculated algorithm that we have coded in. It has 11.29% to double calculation. The slippage has to be under 1. It meets that criteria as well. And the option needs to be $5 or less. It does that as well. So let's click on that green hyperlink and bring up the risk graph page for this. You will see that the entry is $220 or $2.20 per contract. It's basically working the spread between the bid and the ask of that option. You see it's 210 by 230. It's showing you the mid quote highlighted in green for 220. You can go down here on the page to the comments and trade plans, and you can enter in your rationale, like a Darknet B. You can put your stop loss. Well, if we're getting it at 220, we teach to a stop loss of a 50% stop. So that would be 110, a loss of 110. Profit target is a double. If you do it over half and then manage the last half, that's up to you. But if we're going to go with a first profit target of a double, well, if we got in for 220, a double would be another 220. I'm going to put a minus 110 right there. All right. Any other notes you want to put, you can right there. Go back up. And now that you have a saved folder, you can click on the folder line item in the Saved Trades box, find your Darknet, and then click on Save. And it will now save that trade in that folder. Now that you have that trade saved in the folder, you'll want to go up and set some trade alerts. So if you go up to Trades, Save to Trades, and then the line item for trade alerts, left click on that, You'll want to find the folder that you had it saved in, Darknet. You'll find that specific option trade right there. And you can set alerts based off price or by value of the option. And we do it by value of the option because rather than seeing what the price is, get an alert, and then go have to figure out what the option value is, we want to know that right off the bat. So minus 110. Because we got in at 220, we would set the alert for a minus 110. That's a 50% stop. Since the option was saved at 220 in the tools, we go another 220 to the upside. So if the option value gets less than 110 or greater than 220, we want an alert. And we're going to click on Home Alert because that means when you log in on the home page, if there's an alert, it will show that to you. When you enter in the information you want, left click on Update. That information takes, and then you can go on about other trades, your life, whatever the case may be. So when you come home and you go into your trades, saved trades, click on the saved trades again, and you find Darknet, and you find the PWR, and you click on the check a trade for trade tools and click risk graph. The risk graph page will show you a running calculation at the close of market every day. If you do it intraday, it'll give you the numbers, but it's at the time of the update 15-minute delay. But usually people are checking these at the end of the day, and it'll show you your profit and your rate of return, both in price and valuation. So what we're going to do now is just simulate like we're coming home every day. You can click on the plus 1 day if it's a backdated trade, and as you go forward now, you can see the running profit and profit rate of return percentage. If it gets less than 110, it'll show you the loss in red numbers. If it's a profit, it's going to show you that in green numbers. So just keep going until either of those gets hit. And what you can see here is that on May 22nd, the mid quote 225, that's 102%er. There should be an alert. So when you came home for that day on May 22nd and you log in, let's go home, Tom's Tools, that price alert is now showing on your home page for you. It's highlighted in yellow because that's the target that was hit, not the minus 110, but the profit of 220 or better. So it's at this point in time, folks, that you have a trade created, it's saved, trade alerts in place, it gets hit. Now we want to go ahead and close the trade. So if you go up to trades, save the trades, and then profit and loss is fine. You can go to that folder, Darknet, you go to that line item, and you can see that the profit and loss is 225, the rate of return is 102%. Actually, let's do one better. Let's go to trades, save to trades, and save to trades. So here we are. We're on the Darknet folder. We have power, the June 30th call for the June 19th, 2020 $30 call. Check a trade for trade tools. Click on that box again, and this time click on close. It's at this point in time you're going to see closed trade legs for PWR. And it shows you 220. That's where you got in. The new closing trade legs is where you want to pay attention to now. Go down there and put in the number of contracts. We're going to do one since that's always saved. If you have more than that and it's an even lot and you want to close half the position, just enter what that half number is. Leave it at that trade price that you have here for the tools. You can go find out the actual trade in your actual brokerage account, come back and edit this later, but let's leave that as it is. Click on Update so that it takes in that information and it transfers that new trade leg column of information up here to the closed trade legs for PWR. Now, if you want to go ahead and click on the risk graph again, you'll go and you'll see that you now have a $225 credit or profit. And it says the offsetting legs are not displayed. That's because all legs are closed with that $225 profit. It's at this point in time, folks, now that you can go up to your website tab, hover over folders, and then edit folders. And what you're going to do now is take the display of stocks in folder A and find one for that folder in the Darknet folder. You're then going to select display in folder B, and you're going to select your Darknet closed folder, because what you're going to do is take any one of these stock option trades here in folder A and transfer it over into folder B. You find the one you want, left click on that box, and then left click on move, and it moves it from folder A over to folder B. And now you have that option trade, in the Darknet closed folder. How do you know that? You can go up to trades, save to trades, click on save to trades, and then there's nothing there for Darknet. You see that? But if you go to the Darknet closed, there is that trade now saved in that folder. So that wraps it for now, folks. We can show you how to do a portfolio performance report in a later video. There's actually one in there right now in the tools if you want to go to the library and check that out. Hit us up with questions or concerns at support@tomgentile.com, and we'll see you soon on future videos.